Last July I appointed Deputy George Lee to chair a committee dealing with economics, business and jobs. We're looking at Fine Gael preparing its way for government and also preparing our perspective on the economic situation and the forthcoming budget. And as part of that exercise, we're taking the main economic spokespersons with us to various locations around the country, principally to meet business people, to meet those in the creating jobs and services, indeed those who've had jobs and lost them. We want to hear directly, interacting with people who work on the front line, how they see the role of government as being important in creating an environment where business can flourish and where jobs can be created. The fundamental problem in this country at the moment is that people want to get back to work, and this party is taking this committee around the country over the next 3 weeks, and the output from those meetings will feed into the preparation for our perspective on the budget prior to the 9th of December. Richard Bruton will deal with the area of banking and finance, Kieran O'Donnell will deal with regional development, Leo Varadkar will deal with enterprise and job protection, and Simon Coveney will deal with his proposals for economic recovery. George Lee will chair and facilitate those meetings. We've had an enormous response from business people, many of whom have been in contact from abroad, saying they would love to have the opportunity to be at a particular forum and want to know where the others are being held as well. So we're taking it to Dublin, Waterford, Cork, Limerick, Galway for starters. And I must say that the response has been very heartening and very encouraging. And to let you know that the outcome of those meetings and the output of those meetings will feed into Fine Gael's budgetary perspectives, which work we're starting today at the front bench.
But the theme of these meetings is working together. Can you tell me a little bit about that theme?
Well, we won't get the country sorted out unless we get people back to work. So I'm taking the George Lee Committee, which deals with economics and business and work, and the main economic spokespersons around the country to Dublin, Waterford, Cork, Limerick and Galway to talk directly to business people, to talk directly to those who are paying wages, to talk directly to those who are creating jobs and indeed those who have lost jobs in business, to hear what they have to say, the reasons jobs were lost, loss of credit from banks, costs too high, obstacles or red tape or bureaucracy as they see it, as to how government could actually help the business environment in Ireland. And when we finish those meetings in Galway, we will feed that output directly into our preparation for the budget as we see it.
So meeting local businesses and local employers will make a significant contribution to your plans?
There is nothing like talking to people who work directly on the front line. If you're paying wages every week in a very competitive environment, you have to know what you're doing, otherwise you're gone out of business. We have almost 500,000 people out of work in Ireland now. So Fine Gael, in preparing for government, are taking the Economics Committee around the country to meet business people directly. And I hope that as many as possible can turn up to those meetings, because they will meet our people directly, they can give us their views directly, and they can interact with us directly. And that's very important for what we have to do.
You have a very strong economic team. You must be very, very pleased with that team.
Well, that ties into the theme of working together. The problems that the country face are too big for any one individual, and you have to have competent teams to be able to deliver in the areas that matter. And one of those fundamentally important areas is the creation of jobs, the protection of jobs, and thinking of new ways that we can harness the potential of so many people out there who want to work, and that's what we want too.
And the first meeting starts when?
First meeting starts this Thursday in Dublin, and then we move on over the next 43 weeks to Waterford, Limerick, Cork and Galway. And these are very important meetings, and as I say, they'll feed into our preparation for the budget.
Thank you very much, Enda.
Thanks, Emma.